Blayd here, and obviously Mateo is too.
So I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done that Q&A episode yet? What the? You did that on purpose.
Maybe.
Trying to strike dominance.
Maybe.
So have you done that Q&A episode yet?
It's coming.
I promise, I didn't lie to you. This guy's not committed to his fans.
Next week, I promise. Now, skin color. What's the story?
Well, a black man, a white man, and an Asian man.
Dude! Racism!
No, it's not a racist story.
Oh. 2 questions. Number 1, what determines the color of our skin? And number 2, is there any scientific evidence to allow us to know that the color of our skin has effect on our traits?
As in, like, does the color of your skin make you dumber, smarter, funnier?
Exactly. Scientifically speaking, if somebody has the such and such color gene, does that really affect the such and such trait gene? Or are they unrelated?
Like, white guys can't rap, can't play basketball, and they aren't funny.
Dude. Racism. Although the real explanation for this is extremely complex, after hours upon hours of doing hard research, I have finally just wrapped my head around a somewhat oversimplified explanation.
Disclaimer, if you're hoping to write your doctorate thesis on skin color, you should watch more than just this video. Maybe a book or 5.
Because this is the oversimplified version. Short enough for a short video without saying too many Greek words.
You know Greek?
The color of your skin is produced by a pigment called melanin.
There are a few different types of melanin, but the one that most commonly influences skin color is called EUMELANIN, which produces dark and brown skin color.
The more melanin cells produced, the darker your skin, and the less melanin cells produced, the lighter your skin.
And the cells that produce melanin are called melanocytes.
There are some genes that are made to help the production of melanin, but then there's also other genes that are made against the production of melanin.
Such as the agouti signaling peptide.
Who told you to say that?
You did.
Each human gene contains 2 alleles, which are variants of that gene.
Basically, each gene is a pair of 2 variants.
One variant is inherited from your mother, while the other is inherited from your father. Normally in the production of skin color, there's 4 variants, but for simplicity, we're going to be doing only 2 to determine that.
The first gene pair is A.
Or alpha in Greek.
The second gene pair is B, or beta in Greek.
The variants can either be dominant, which is expressed as uppercase, which we'll refer to as dark, or recessive, which is lowercase, which we'll refer to as light.
The dominant variants are most likely express themselves as darker skin color, and the recessive variants are most likely express themselves as lighter skin color.
So let's say mom's pair of melanin genes are capital A, lowercase a, capital B, lowercase b. That's one dominant and recessive variant in each of the 2 genes. This would give mom a middle brown colored skin.
And let's say dad's pair of melanin genes are capital A, capital A, capital B, lowercase b. That's 2 dominant variants in the capital A gene and only 1 dominant variant in the capital B gene. This would give dad a dark brown colored skin.
Only 1 variant from each gene is passed from each parent to the child, which is then mixed to form the child's own gene.
That means, for mom, there are 4 possible combinations that can be passed to her child. Either dark dark, dark light, light dark, or light light.
And from dad, there's only 2 possible combinations that could be passed down, which is dark dark or dark light.
If mom passed the pair light light and dad passed the pair dark light, then essentially the child would be dark light light light, making the child's skin color lighter than the lightest colored parent.
Each variant passed down could be different for every child. That would kind of explain why some siblings have different types of complexion of their skin.
At the same time, two parents with the same gene variants, both being dark light, could essentially pass both their dark variants down to their child, giving their child the dark gene. Although rare, it is possible for two middle brown colored parents to have a child who is the darkest of brown.
Which brings me to my second question. Can we assume that somebody is smarter, dumber, or even nicer just by the color of their skin?
My first guess is no.
To where that scientifically, does the production of melanin affect any other traits, or is it purely physical appearance?
Pretty sure you just answered your own question.
Exactly. Melanin is produced in the epidermis, which is a purely physical trait. And it's not related to the genes that affect our personalities or intelligence.
Hey, Blayd. The epidermis is showing.
There are some genes that have the effect of developing the speech and language which influences our communication with people.
Other genes influence our gender, color vision, our body's ability to kill cancer cells, to regulate fat, and the development of our brain.
Which, oddly enough, they're completely different than the list of genes that we had for the production of melanin.
Meaning that skin color does not have a direct influence or effect on our personality, the way we speak, our weight, or the development of our brains. Sadly, though, the color of the skin can have an indirect effect on the development of other traits in a person. The people of a minority will face discrimination for not being of the majority. In other areas, the people of the majority will simply face discrimination for not being of the minority.
Under cases of discrimination, it is definitely possible for some people to be missed out on opportunities such as education and certain jobs, and that will affect the perceived intelligence and other traits.
But at the same time, people who are successful in spite of discrimination, they develop a stronger ability to persevere through trials.
Although it is never okay to discriminate against somebody based on the color of their skin or any physical traits.
The melanin that influences skin color also influences hair color and eye color.
And unless you're Hitler, you wouldn't discriminate against somebody because of the color of their eye or hair. So why would you discriminate against them because of the color of their skin? It's the result of the same process.
So you're saying, if you're a racist, you are just like Hitler?
Not according to me. According to science.
And in all honesty, darker skin is simply the result of your body producing more melanin than those who have lighter skin. One's melanin production has no straight influence on how their personality is, how friendly they are, or their intelligence.
Some scientific studies have even shown that lighter color skin is a result of mutated cells within the melanin production.
That's a great way to start a debate. Hey, white people, we're mutants.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as me and Mateo did filming it. Hey, by the way, make sure you guys check out my Q&A episode next week.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Anyways, I'm Blayd with a Y.
And I'm his older and much better looking brother, Mateo.
And this is Blayd of
Naturally.
Excelsior.